Hello, everyone, and welcome to this series of emerging technologies conversation. We thought of having this session as probably a panel discussion where we have our experts, Sushmita, and we have Sri Lakshmi. Sri Lakshmi, you might want to rename yourself. Okay, so that audience understand who you are, right? You can just rename. And both of our friends here are working extensively on generative AI and prompt engineering stuff. They are part of a research group. So we thought every week we will bring in our research group here and we'll allow them to share a few of their learnings. And this is a modus operandi of how this session is going to be. Okay, so I want Sushmita and Sri Lakshmi to get started with the conversation. I'll just be audience and I'll intervene as need be. But we would love to hear from you all, both of you, since you are extensively doing research on this subject, which is the hot topic of the season. Yeah, over to you.
Hi, I'm Sri Lakshmi, and I'm so excited about this demystifying the technology and giving a basic idea about the topic generative AI. And today's topic, we are going to try to bring to a point where we can have a better understanding of what is what. So let's get started. Hi, Shushmita. You recently
Hello.
gave a session on 360DigiTMG discussing about generative AI, right?
Yes.
So what do you think about the technology and the tools evolving at a faster pace and which are now taking a huge strides? So what do you think of generative AI in a present scenario? Means what is the role it's playing in a present scenario? Can you share some thoughts and throw highlight from your previous experience?
Yeah, absolutely, Lakshmi. So, in the session which I have given earlier, I have explored some of the exponential rise of this generative AI and its application across the industries also. So, one key takeaway was how this generative AI is shaping with some personalized experiences in healthcare, finance, and education. Imagine a world where AI systems can generate realistic images, music, or even entire conversation on all its own, right? So it's like giving the machines the power to dream and create on its own. So in that session, we met with some AI tools such as AudioGen, DALI 2, Imagine, Midjourney, Dream Studios, Jukebox, most of them. So these virtual artistics and sounds are trying to turn out our wildest ideas into some amazing visuals and artworks. So they are trying to create some surreal scenes with some original tunes that push the boundaries of creativity. And for the people who have missed out those sessions, please subscribe to our channel where you all can see the live streaming and updates on the new technologies also.
Yes, guys, please do subscribe for our channel. It's really interesting topic as of now, which is going on. So yes, Shushmita, speaking about the music, I once gone through an AI tool where the music can be generated automatically, that too in different and unique melodies. That was really interesting, yeah. And coming to that, then it was able to generate even the chord progressions and it created a completely new album. I was really surprised. So this is how a generative AI tool works. So when you're talking, you can say if a normal person like me can able to generate a music like this. So think about the musicians, what magic they can do using this kind of tools. They can generate new music within less time and which is really reduces their effort. And with the same time, the generative AI can come up with a creative content. So apart from this, we have different AI tools like IVA, OpenAI Jukebox, Amper Music. So how n number of which are emerging also nowadays.
Yeah,
And
that's very interesting, Lakshmi. See,
yes,
I am also excited to tell you about my experience with the picture generation.
Mm-hmm.
So have you seen the DALI 2?
Yes, of course. I've seen the DALI too. Yes,
Yeah,
what is
that's
the experience?
really a fascinating tool which is trying to bring up a map which is in our mind to reality. Few days back, when I prompted for an image of a moon in nebula, and it generated an incredible image out of it. So we have different tools for generating these images. We have Jasper, Crayon, Deep AI, which can generate some interesting images from just by giving some textual descriptions out of it. So still now we have seen about the images and the music. Can
Exactly.
you give me a view about some AI powered codings, Lakshmi?
Yes, definitely, Shushmita. I would love to. So there are AI power tools that can assist in the process of website development. But when you're talking about the complete website development, fully generating a website right from the scratch with all its design and functionality and content, it is still in progress, I can say. But as per my knowledge, Tab 9 offers, means Tab 9 is the name of a tool which offers code automation suggestions. Likewise, let us say, if you're writing a code line by line, so it is able to predict what can be the next line of code. Okay. The same time, the developer, so goes in the pace along with the developer. So this helps, let us say that the tool which by name Tab 9 helps the developers to write the code in a proper way. So just suggesting us, right, what can be the next line of code. So this is one of the tool. And apart from that, we have Git Pilot, GitHub Copilot. It also generates the code automatically. And also we have Codium. So Codium, it is from VS Code. So Codium is generally for generating a code. And like we have many tools which are emerging nowadays. So, apart from this, we all know about ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT and BART. We all know about BART. Okay, talking about the BART, I just remember BART is now named as Gemini. Do you know? Are you aware of that, Shushmita?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So we have BART, we have Gemini, we have ChatGPT, ChatGPT 4 version. So all these are nowadays are generating the codes, right? So which really are helpful for us, for the coders. So based upon that, we can like correct our mistakes, and also that is minimizing our time, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
Sushmita, do you have any idea about how the generative AI can help for improved healthcare in a streamlined process, and do you have any idea about enhanced decision making which can stand out, and also in drug industries? Can you
Yeah,
please share your experiences regarding that? Means like you have any examples with an examples?
yeah, great question, Lakshmi. In the healthcare, for an instance, this generative AI can lead to more accurate diagnostic tools. It is trying to give some personalized treatment plans also, and even in the drug discoveries.
Yes.
Imagine a scenario where a patient undergoes various diagnostic tests for cancers. So, what do these traditional doctors do? They rely on some of their expertise and analyze the results and formulate a treatment plan.
Yes, exactly.
We Yes, we have some of the tools such as IBM Watson for oncology. So the purpose of it is it's like an AI powered platform which is designed to assist some oncologists in creating some personalized treatment plans for the cancer patients. It is trying to analyze some medical literatures, clinical trial data, and even the patient records also to provide some evidence based treatment recommendations. So it is trying to identify some relevant clinical studies, and it suggests some potential therapies. So options based on the patient's medical history. And we also have one more tool called as Path AI. This is also trying to focus on enhancing some diagnostic processes using this AI. And we also have one more called as DeepMind's AlphaFold. So this AlphaFold is notable AI tool, which is mostly developed by the DeepMinds for the protein folding predictions. So it is trying to understand the protein structure in crucial for drug discoveries. So it uses the deep learnings to detect and predict some protein structures accurately, which can aid in designing some drugs and understanding the basics of the diseases. Even it includes the cancers also. So this is complete view about how this Gen AI is helping the medical fields also.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts, Lakshmi, on how these organizations can kickstart their journey into this incorporative generative AI?
Absolutely, Shushmita. I believe the integration of Gen AI should be viewed as a cultural shift within an organization. It's just not about incorporating a new tool, it's about fostering a mindset that embraces the innovation and constant improvement. The collaborative aspect is crucial because Gen AI nowadays thrives when this diverse expertise comes together. Okay, as we are talking about the organization, so there are some challenges which has to be faced by the organization. Okay, so there needs to be like the organization nowadays is there is a need for a generative AI when you're talking in an organization, because let us say, for an example, companies can train a generative AI model on the existing content, and also they'll be targeting different means they have their own preferences. They will be targeting their audience based upon their preferences. And also when they are using this generative AI, means different AI tools, that also increases their efficiency. At the same time, it reduces their effort, and it minimizes the time. That means a lot of time can be saved, right? So in my view, if you're talking about this LLMs, what we call as large language models, if you're able to use it in industries, for an example, let us say, if you're going with a chatbot, okay, so what are the content is there about the organization? If we are feeding it to that LLM, so that means that LLM can be used, like we can use any Palm 2, we have Mistral 7B, we have Starlinks, we have Llama 2. There are different many LLMs are coming up nowadays. Okay, so if you're taking any of this LLM, which is like maybe a multimodal LLM also, if you're taking any of this LLM and training that LLM with the company's content, and we are making a chatbot out of that. So a person which is, let us say, if it is any educational sector, an education organization, a person can just type the questions there and they can get the information about the organization. So this attracts, like they can get complete information about the organization. So I can say, let us say, I'll give an example of my engineering college. If a student wants to get information, they can just directly go to the chatbot, type some information, and they can get the information. So so this is about the organization where we can use our LLMs.
Okay, Lakshmi, as we discuss the benefits till now, we must also acknowledge the challenges too, right? So we have to give some ethical considerations, some potential bias, and even the impact on the employments that are pressing issues. So in your view, how can organizations and society address these challenges while embracing the innovation of this generative AI?
Excellent point, Sushmita, which has been raised by you. Yes, it is crucial for organizations to adapt ethical guidelines, because organizations, they have to follow some guidelines in AI development and also the deployment. It is important to remember these tools, okay, and also like watch what they're doing, and also they have to keep an eye, like what are the content which has been flowing into the LLMs, what is the content they're feeding into the LLMs. Okay, apart from that, it is important to one more point to remember that these tools are just the tools. They're not much greater than the human beings whom we are. They just amplify the human creativity. What are the creativity we have in our mind? They're just amplifying that. Okay, but they don't replace it. The best outcomes usually come from a collaboration between the human intuition and the AI's ability to process vast amount of data. At the very same time, we need to be very alert, as with the powerful technology that comes the ethical considerations. So while we are training the LLM, the data what we are feeding to the LLM, it should be it should be fair biased. It should not be biased, but it should be very fair in that. And also we should check that there is no discrepancy in the data what we are feeding to it. And also, we need to ensure the responsible development use of these models to avoid unintended consequences. And one more thing, you're talking about this unemployment, right? But what I feel here is, in my opinion, see, the technology, if you are comparing from the last decades or maybe last century, we are getting updated ourselves. So in my view also, the people should update themselves in this technology, because ultimately, like we are humans, we will be able to control the machine. So the people are able to learn new techniques. What is a generative AI? What may the prompt engineering? So if they are getting updated about these things, then I can say there are n number of opportunities for
Yeah,
all.
I agree with you. It's really crucial, Lakshmi, to have an open discussion about the transparency, bias, and the potential impact of this generative AI on society. We need to guide its development in a way that it benefits everyone. So it requires a collaborative effort, even the constant communication between the technologists and the policymakers, which is very essential to stay ahead in the curve. So, regular updates to these ethical frameworks and guidelines can help to address these emerging challenges that might come up. So, we need to guide its development in a way that it benefits everyone in the society.
Exactly, Shushmita. By combining the human foresight with the power of generative AI, we can unlock incredible possibilities for the future. But we must be really careful and means like ensuring the ethical and responsible development along the way. So that's what I want to say about this Gen AI. Means we have to be we have to think in a ethical way, and we should be training our LLMs accordingly.
Yes.
So Bharini, so we had a small
Yep. Thank you so much, Sushmita and Sri Lakshmi.
Yeah.
You people have done a great job in terms of introducing Gen AI to all the novice people. And you have also touched upon the ethical aspects and how LLM is applicable in life sciences healthcare settings.
Yes.
Good. Thank you so much for this session. And every week we are going to have similar kind of sessions where we will delve deeper into Gen AI and prompt engineering. Gen AI includes large language models, frameworks such as LangChain, Llama Index, etc. We'll also talk about the prompt engineering aspects in detail. Thank you so much once again, and thank you all audience. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day. Bye.
Thank you all. Bye. Bye, Bharini.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.